Who's the leader? Hold up, hold up. Ah, hang on, guys. Having an issue with Facebook for some second. Give me a minute. Where'd it go? Source Studio. Guys, if you can hear me, bear with me. For some reason, I'm not streaming to the CowRC Facebook page. Let's see. All right, guys. Sorry. If you're on Facebook, please drop a comment right quick. For some reason, it ended the stream to the CowRC Facebook page. I just want to make sure that I'm actually going on it. So you guys that are viewing on Facebook, again, please just drop a comment to let me know that it's actually streaming on Facebook and not just YouTube. So hopefully give a minute for somebody to chime in on that. That is the first time I've had that issue happen. Just a minute, fellas. Sorry, technical difficulties. Why is this not using? Give me a moment, guys. For some reason, I don't think. Streaming on Facebook, Max. Thank you. All right. Hopefully, I'm on the CowRC page. Said again, apologize for that. Actually, had a really nice intro to do and everything. And as soon as I hit go live, it said, nope, not happening. So I had to back up and punt there for a minute. So, Max, definitely thank you. Appreciate you guys chiming in this evening. George, thank you, sir. So, back again right before Christmas. Hope everybody's had a really good holiday season, good Thanksgiving. We've been doing the family Christmas stuff this weekend, getting it kind of all in play early. So, a couple more days till the big man makes his appearance down your chimney. But tonight, going to go over tire maintenance from beginning to end. Looking to cover everything from when you first glue up a set of tires all the way to the end to repurposing your tires. So if you stick around all the way to the end, going to give you a really good money saving tip that a lot of people have asked me about how I do. And if you actually do it and stick with it over time, you can save a boatload of money. Donald, welcome. Welcome everybody to the show. So kind of got a little bit off base with that bad start, so I apologize, but I'm going to knock out a little bit of cow news. So if you guys have been following on the CowRC Facebook page, you can use code COUNTDOWN, save you 10%. This is the last sale for the holidays from CowRC, and this little discount has some bonuses. So obviously, if you read out the bottom, spend $100 or more, get you a nice jar of cow snot. You move on up the list, you get the mini carbon series pad, and $300 or more, you get the magnetics that go along with it, and a super handy little mat. So, Jason, my man, what's happening, buddy? How you doing this evening? And I'm going to throw up a ticker down here at the bottom with that discount code. I'm going to let this run a while. Again, this will be the last sale of the year for CowRC. But let me swap this over here. Got a lot of new products coming out to CowRC. A lot of stuff that is on pre-order. So I'll show you what's happening right here. One that I'm definitely excited about is the new themed mouse pads. So if you go on the CowRC website and scroll down, these guys right here, the 24 by 48 and the 16 by 25 mats, the mouse pad mats are what I have on my table down as a base layer, but Heath got the great idea to throw the CowRC themes on top of them. Oh, let me catch up on these comments. Jason, my man, what's happening, brother? Hope you're having a good evening. So the mouse pad mats, they're on pre-order, and they are on pre-order at a discounted price. Also, if you're interested in some lighting, and I'll tell you guys, I feel really bad because I don't have these here with me. They're actually at the shop. The headlamps, you've got the single band headlamp and the new dual band headlamp. The dual band is $15.99 on pre-order, or $30 for a 3-pack. And I can tell you guys, I have been using these headlamps every day at work. I'm a mechanic for a living. And that's actually where they're at right now, is on top of my toolbox. And once again, I forgot to bring them with me for the show. But if you're setting up at a track at night or early morning, these headlamps are amazing. Super bright, great run time, and obviously extremely affordable. So take advantage of those pre-sales. Save yourself a little bit of money right there. Again, everybody chiming in. Thank you guys for joining in on the show tonight. Lorraine, how you doing? Mr. Fish and Bill, what's going on, buddy? What is my favorite rec product? Not sure what you mean by REC product. Elaborate on that, and I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. And got some more folks coming in. Right on, guys. Hope you all enjoy. One last thing that is also on pre-order on the CowRC page are these little guys right here. These are the new folding screw catcher boxes. Super nice, compact, multiple little storage cases inside. Big enough for some 8 scale stuff, which is what I run, 8 scale buggy. So a lot of new things that are coming up on the website for pre-sale. And again, take advantage of those while you can. Save yourself, your hard-earned money. Who else are we doing this? Woo, Joseph Cannon, favorite CowRC product? That's actually a pretty tough one, but I can tell you the one thing that when I run out of, I make sure I never run out of. That's the CowRC hide wipes. I always have them on hand. Rob, let's see. Sit down. Hey, well, Rob, take advantage of it, man. Save yourself a couple of bucks. Let's see, you and your Jamie, thank you. CowRC is definitely an awesome company with awesome products. Jason, for sure. Looking forward to getting my hands on one of the new themed mouse pad mats. That will definitely be going on the main area of my workspace. So, guys, I'm going to throw this up here. Obviously, we got some nice new graphics. Big thanks to Heath for that. Again, apologize. I had an intro video that I wanted to roll out for this, but I just kind of, keep things nice and professional. Sorry for the start of the Facebook stream. But let's see. Oh, one last thing. You guys that are watching on YouTube on the CowRC channel, please subscribe to the CowRC channel. Something that's kind of been overlooked, but if you would just take a second to subscribe to CowRC, get all the notifications for when these videos go live. The same with the Caltech videos with Adam and Tyler. So just take a moment, hit that little subscribe button, show some CowRC some love. Adam, definitely. The theme mats are amazing, and I'm looking forward to those. Catch up right quick. I need to buy a new mouse. So obviously, what I've got in front of me is going to be the core products that I'm going to be talking about. The CowRC tire wash, the CowRC tire glue, and I know I'm going to end up saying Bob Jones as the name of the company that makes that, because that's a local college to us, but it's not Bob Jones. Again, CowRC tire brush, and the reservoir brushes. These little guys have been out for a while and are super handy. Back off of this and check one last little thing. Bear with me as my mouse goes crazy. Yeah, there we go. Again, and I'm just going to get this out of the way because I'll forget. It's BSI is who basically makes the tire glue for CowRC, and that is all posted on the CowRC website. Whenever you go, I'll actually pull it back up here and show you guys. Anything that's like not direct from CowRC, like this right here, the Ultra Cure, you'll see it says BSI Industries, and they are a very well-known name in the industry for chemicals and adhesives. So let's back out of that, and without further ado, let's start making magic happen. So I've got some dirty tires that we'll get around to and do some cleaning on later. And the way I'm wanting to break this down is call it the evolution of a tire. We're going to take this show from when you first glue up your tires all the way down to when they're completely worn out, and a way that you can recycle them, or at least wise recycle your wheels. So what I've got here, I've got some new tires going on. Actually, I need to grab one more wheel because I kind of forgot. Got a whole stack of wheels that I've repurposed, and I'll again show you guys that at the end. Great way to save some money. Shout out to Fishing Bill, super supporter. Fishing Bill is definitely a cool cat, man. Glad to have you guys on the show. So obviously when it comes to prepping your tires, you want to have the cleanest tire bead that you can to basically accelerate the adhesive of the glue as much as you can. You know, nothing sucks worse than having a tire start coming unglued on a race, start flopping around. So I'm going to show you guys my process for how I like to mount up tires. And again, this is all 8th scale buggy. Truggy would be the same way, but 8th scale is what I run. And this is what works for me. So the first thing I do, and this should show up pretty good for you guys, is vent my tires. This is just a leather punch, nothing fancy, nothing special. Just an 1/8 inch punch on here. And you can definitely try venting your tires different places, different ways. It actually can be a pretty good tuning option. But for me, I like to punch 4 holes on the inner sidewall and get everything out the way. If you do like vent through the tread, I've tried that before. You do get a lot of dirt that makes its way into the tire and doesn't come out. But venting on the inside works well for me. Minimal dust and dirt into your foams. And kind of a key point here is do all of your prep work however you want to vent it, however you want to modify your foams. It's a good tuning option. If you want to run harder, softer foams, if you want to cut them any to kind of achieve different traction levels for yourself. But get everything already set in place before you actually start cleaning the beads of the tires. So let's go in here. Raymond, welcome to the show tonight. Mr. Dino, luckiest man in the world. Glad to have you guys all tuning in here. So I've got 2 tires left to glue up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and start knocking out these 2. Use a hole punch. Adam, I use a hole punch. This is just a leather punch. You can get them from most, I can say Harbor Freight's where I got this one at. You can use scissors. If you're in a pinch, you don't have a hole punch, you can pinch the tread and kind of make it, fatten up in the center, and then take your scissors and just cut at an angle from each end, and you can vent your tires out that way. I did that a long time before I started going to just using a leather punch. Dino can still win. Maybe I've got some kind of knowledge that I can drop on him that'll be useful, and that'll be a win. So again, same thing. We're just going to vent these before I actually start cleaning them. And what I'm going to use to clean the beads of the tires with is the CowRC electrical cleaner and degreaser. And I've seen guys like try to use the CowRC parts and chassis wash or the hide wipes for cleaning off the beads of their tires. But ideally what you want to use is the electrical cleaner and degreaser, because it does have, I think of the word right quick, I wrote it down. It does have a little bit of penetrant to it, so to kind of get really down into the bead of your tire whenever you start gluing them up. Yes, that's new too. Check out the scale accessories that'll be from CowRC. It's everything miniature size. That's been popping up on the CowRC Facebook page you can check out. Reamer tool. Never tried using a reamer tool for venting, but a pretty solid idea. Let's see. Dino, he knows all about it. The electrical cleaner and degreaser is where it's at for getting your beads super clean. And the same thing, like work your foams into the wheel or into the tires a little bit to kind of seat it. So, Donald Hoskins. Let's see. Raymond, yep, that's exactly what this is. Just a leather belt punch. That's what I use. So that's basically it as far as like initially getting ready to start cleaning everything for you guys. Again, while you have everything apart is a good time if you want to trim your foams in a certain way or you want to experiment with different venting options. Now's the time to do it, obviously before you glue everything up. So we've got our electrical cleaner and degreaser and one of the CowRC microfiber towels. These towels are stinking awesome. They leave next to no like fuzz or hair whenever you're cleaning. So I really enjoy them for this application. And one thing, I kind of honestly hate using the green ones other than for silicone application because I don't want to get them dirty. But hopefully, I've been running the same brand tires all year. There's usually not a whole lot of mold release on these, but any that comes off should show up nice for you guys on the green microfiber towel. So you just give it a little bit of a spray. And then go ahead and wipe down where your bead area is. And hopefully you can start seeing how the green's already turning black, getting all of that mold release off. And again, if you don't clean the beads of your tires to get all the mold release off of them, you're not going to have the adhesion for the tire glue that you really want. Honestly, I don't even know if they would stick very well at all. But there we go. And you can see how much mold releases off of just the one bead. Let's see. Check some messages. Dino, I have not tried that yet. I have not sent mine into the washing machine. Kind of got a feeling my wife would probably not be too happy about it, but they are meant to be reusable, guys. So if your wife's cool with it, or she's just gone for an afternoon and you need to clean your microfibers, chunk them in the old washing machine. Well, again, another shot, you can see all the mold release that comes off of the tires. So now everything's nice, clean, ready to go back together or together. Foundry RC, welcome to the show tonight. Appreciate you chiming in. So again, these wheels that I'm using are wheels that I've already ran once. I will come full circle at the end of the show to show you guys how I break these wheels down and reuse them. Raymond, definitely. The theme t-shirts from CowRC are extremely nice. Like always, everything Heath does with the graphics, they are amazing. So once you've got everything clean with the electrical cleaner and degreaser, just go ahead and work your tires over from the front side is how I always do them. And these wheels have already been cleaned. You can do the same thing, like especially if you have new wheels, spray the bead area of the wheel to get rid of any kind of mold release that may be on them or any kind of dirt. Nothing like a little Kool-Aid to help soothe the throat. And from there, this is really kind of a critical part too, is work that foam around to where the tire actually sits flush as can be and where you want it. Because obviously once you've got this glued up, you're not moving anything, but you want your foam. And what I'm doing, if you can see, is just pressing against the palm of my hand and then working the outer part of the tire to get that foam seated around to where everything sits nice and flush and ready to go. And do the same thing with the other one. But it's definitely worth the time to take that extra, 30 seconds to really work those foams around to where they're actually sitting correctly in the wheel. Almost there, fellas. If you use a jig or you glue tires by hand, this is all going to be the same way for you guys. Excuse me, got something going in my throat. RC Forums, yes. Again, you guys tuning in from YouTube, take a second, hit that like and subscribe notification for the CowRC YouTube page. Definitely would help out a lot. Try to rush them, but mistakes happen. So, yeah, definitely your next comment. Precision is key. Take that time to get everything set in place. So, once you've got everything set, you've got your foams to where the tire's not, off-centered to one side or the other. Again, from BSI, the CowRC Ultra Cure tire glue. One of the nicest things about this is the design for the extender tip for the bottle. If you have ever had a glue tip pop off of a bottle while you're gluing tires, you know that you will find the next level of angry. It just ruins your day. But with the extender tip on there, you get a nice long reach. There are some new tips from CowRC that are available that fit certain different tops from BSI bottles. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. But if you look on the website, there's also some extender tips that are a little bulb style to where you can physically suck up some CA glue. Like if you need to get into a really small area or if you need to do some touch-up work on your tires. Yes, absolutely. Take your time when doing your tires. I mean, granted, there's always a time where you might be rushing, trying to mount a setup. But again, right here on the bench, this is where racing actually starts. So I do like to use a tire jig because I hand glued forever. And yeah, tire jig, that's all I'm saying. But I want to try to show you guys how well the CowRC Ultra Cure tire glue flows. It's a very nice thin consistency, very easy to get to work around the bead area of your tires. And like most everything, a little bit goes a long ways. Prep is king and saves you time. That is true. Do all your work before the race, and it'll save you a lot of heartache out on the track. Mr. Merle, local guy right there. What's happening, buddy? Hate that I missed y'all yesterday out at S&D. So once you've got it set up, try to maybe move this camera a little bit closer down in here so y'all can see. The extender tip here actually does have some flex and give to it. So it makes it really nice to actually get down deep. And actually, I'm going to move my hat. Y'all can stare at my bald head for a second. And once I pull this out of the jig, you guys will get a nice little shot of how the Ultra Cure glue flows. And again, it doesn't take a whole lot. And honestly, I have found that if you overuse the tire glue, like you put too much on the tire, it takes so much longer for the glue to actually set up. What I'm going to do is just kind of push around, and you can see like where I'm pushing up here at the top. Hopefully this shows up. The glue that just kind of wells up. And that's what you want. You don't want like a big river of glue running down the face of your tires. Because one, it's going to make a mess. Two, it's going to take a lot longer for it to cure. But on that note, there's something else I want to share from you guys that's on the CowRC page, or website, excuse me. If you go to the website, right here, let's start actually from the beginning. Right here at the top, Pro Tips Blogs. Mike Panacchia puts out these amazing articles regularly about CowRC products and their use. And one of his latest ones that'll go along with this is using the InstaSet accelerator. So if you're gluing up tires and you want them to glue up a little bit quicker, maybe you don't have time, or you're just on the time crunch, you can use the InstaSet to expedite that process. But take a second, go check out the Pro Tips blog, and there's a lot of great information, a lot of great photos in there that Mike put out on that. It's definitely worth the read. So I'll leave that one. Set it just off to the side. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to glue one more. Again, show you guys how the Ultra Cure works and flows. And again, let me do this. Let me back up a second. For you guys that aren't using a tire jig, maybe you've never glued a set of tires in your life. You can put your glue bands on beforehand if you want to, these little guys, or afterwards. But all you got to do is just take your thumb and pull back the bead as you go along with the glue. So, not a whole lot to it. But I can tell you, whenever you use a tire jig, you'll never go back to using hand glue. And again, I'm just very easily squeezing the bottle. And I kind of do this half of the tire at a time. It's like 180 degrees followed by 180 degrees. And again, as I squeeze it, you should hopefully see the tire glue that kind of wells up around the edge. Nothing thick, nothing that's running. So again, the Ultra Cure glue flows really nice. It's very similar to like flowing water. And a little bit goes a long way. Again, even when you put your tire band on, there we go. It's probably a little bit better image. You just got that nice full wet area from the glue all the way around. So after that, put your tire bands on, let your tire sit, do the other side. The one thing, oh, hang on. I'll come back to the one thing. I'll come back to that. Steven, I actually don't know who makes this. It's a 3D printed one that I got from a local mobile hobby shop called Raceline Designs. And this is the jig that Tyrone keeps on his trailer, but I actually don't know the company that makes it. I'm telling you, if you ever use a jig, you'll never ever go back to hand gluing. It definitely spoils you. But one thing I wanted to touch on before I forget is obviously I'm doing this on the Carbon Series mat. Anytime that you are working with CA tire glue, Even just the fumes itself can ruin finishes. So off to my side, I've got a drawer over here with basically a sacrificial shelf that I put everything on after I'm done gluing. Because especially if you've got a little bit of damp glue, but you're going ahead and doing the other side and you flip it over, those fumes just from the CA glue can ruin finishes. So tire gluing is generally the one thing that I never do on any of my mats, just because I'm pretty paranoid about ruining them. And even as tough as the carbon fiber mat is, I don't want to leave a big, ring on it. So we're going to set these guys way off to the side, and then we'll move on and get into some cleaning. Raceworm, yeah, there's a lot of companies out there that make different kind of jigs. Cost work and aiming. Oh, also one other thing, when you're on a main, check out that there are a lot of the CowRC products now being sold through a main. So while you're shopping, you can double down and get you some A main points and some sweet CowRC stuff. Rick, good evening, sir. Again, sorry guys, got a little tickle in the back of my throat. So, all right, so now you got your tires all glued up. You go out, you hit up your aces. Now it's time to clean them. So, right here, I've got a full set of tires that are my average level of dirty for racing here in the Southeast. And again, all going to be using the CowRC Move Clean Tire Wash. Now, I've been using the tire wash since it came out. It is a wonderful product. You can use it straight. You can also dilute it. A lot of the times, or actually most of the time, I take a whole bottle and dump it into a gallon jug of water. So I make one bottle into a gallon, which is usually enough to last me 5 races or so using a tire wash station. But aside from that, let me check on some comments. Dino, for sure. Don't forget the Charlie 11 charity build that's going on. Big shout out to Mike Panacchia. Right on, Jeff, man. Mike's a heck of a nice guy. So I'll start out with using the little reservoir brushes. Again, these guys have been out for quite a while from CowRC. Easily unscrew the top of the cap. You got a firm little press button that you can pop up if you need to clean. But I'll show you guys how this works. And I'm going to do this all straight with the tire wash. I'm not going to dilute it. Again, this is a brand new bottle. Hasn't been opened. Merle, what's going on, brother? But a couple of things to consider when using the tire wash. One of the big things about it is that it has no penetrance in it. So like if you're using, let's say, just harsh commercial cleaners and degreasers, you have penetrants in them that are designed to cut down into materials, and especially with like rubber, on tires, we don't want to do that. We don't want to eat into the rubber. So there's no penetrance in the CowRC tire wash. A lot of guys have said, that they have extended longer, basically life out of their tires with using the CowRC tire wash. Granted, for me, with 8 scale here in the Southeast, it's not uncommon for us to kill a set of tires in the day, especially during the summer on a track that's been sugared and it's, 90 some odd degrees. You'll actually just wear out a set of tires. Raceline Designs, that's right, Mr. Tyrone. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, actually, I'm going to take this little guy off. One thing with the tire glue, if you do use the little extender tip that comes with it, you can drop this down in acetone and actually keep all the glue cleaned out of it and keep it from getting built up. And as long as I don't run out of time, keep that in mind, because acetone will come back into play hopefully later in the show. But if you've got, just a set of tires, or a handful that you need to clean, the little reservoir brushes are amazing because you're also not wasting an extreme amount of product, and you can just go along and scrub everything. The same thing, if you've had a set of tires been sitting around and you really want to just bring them back to life and rejuvenate them, again, the tire wash will do that for you. But the thing to keep in mind is, like, if you've already cleaned them with some kind of harsh chemical cleaner, degreaser, automotive degreaser, or anything, the tire wash isn't going to undo what that chemical has already done to the tire. So a lot of those heavy degreasers have penetrants in them, and they will be eating into the rubber of the tire. So you can't go back and kind of undo what's already been done. So ideally, from the, as soon as you mount up your tires from that first clean until you're done with them, the CowRC Move Clean Tire Wash is what you're going to be after. So again, do this. Now, along with different ways to clean, CowRC is going to give you different ways to dry. So again, we're going to start off with the microfiber towels. And again, you can get these in 15, I think packs of 15. Easily, you can throw them in, like I said, your washing machine. Reuse these. The thing is, they come with a sweet little hook that you could overlook something like a small detail like that. But I have a cabinet down below me with some hanging hooks, so I always have the microfiber towels ready to go. Let's see. Retrieve with nothing tire wash. Yeah, and you crawler guys probably get into a lot heavier mud than us buggy guys. I mean, there's times where, early morning practice or Friday night rain hits the track, and those first couple of hours, it's just a slop fest out there. But now you can see, and we'll compare it to one of the dirty ones, just how clean everything came out. And again, you get that nice back to sticky feeling. You're not going to hurt your compounds because, one, you want to keep your tread obviously clean so you can clean out as much dust and dirt on a track as possible. But at the same time, you also don't want to affect the actual rubber itself with running different compounds, whether you're running a soft, a super soft, long wear. And again, the tire clean is not going to affect those compounds. The loop comes in clutch. It does. It's the little things that make a big difference. So that's one way to clean and dry your tires from CowRC. Next, we're going to move on to this guy. This is the tire cleaning scrub brush. There's been a lot of brushes that CowRC has been dropping over the last 6-7 months. This guy comes in a 2-pack. Definitely a handy little brush. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to switch it up. Instead of using the little reservoir, keep in mind all of the tire wash bottles come with a spray nozzle on top. So if you don't want to use a container to put the tire wash in, just use what it comes with and use the spray bottle. So we'll chunk up another one, prime the pump here. And again, a little bit goes a long ways. And bear in mind, this is full strength tire wash, which is kind of nice. Depending on what you race in, the conditions that you race in, you have the option of being able to dilute the tire wash if you want, or run it straight like this for very muddy conditions, which these tires are no competition for the tire wash, obviously. But here in Southeast, I'm in South Carolina, we race on hard packed clay. It gets dusty, but usually we're not in too awful muddy conditions. Or if you're in that scenario where you're at a track and they water the track between rounds and you are unfortunately that first class that gets to go out and all the water hasn't dried off yet, then you kind of get into that muddy scenario. So again, along with 3 different ways to clean your tires, you can obviously dry them with the microfiber towel. You can obviously use the Jet Blaster Turbo. So anybody that's got your speakers cranked up, you might want to turn them down just a little bit right now, but we'll do the same thing and we'll just blow this off. I'm probably about to blow everything off my table too. All right, so I didn't blow everything away. But again, there you go. Nice, neat, clean tires compared to one of the dirty ones. And then lastly, we'll go into one more way of how to clean your buggy, truggy, your racing tires. 50-50, yeah, I figure you're probably more into a little bit more mud than what I'm doing. And actually, I'm going to touch on part of that. So the last way for cleaning tires, and a lot of you race guys probably know this, is obviously a tire wash station. Whether you have a El Cheapo home-built unit like this, or you have one that's actually made and produced, a manufactured one, still works just the same way. But there are some caveats and downfalls to using a tire wash station. One, it's obviously takes up a lot more room. You know, this is just a 9mm sized ammo can compared to how small just the brush is, the reservoir brush, or just the actual tire brush. So it's kind of like one little downfall. And the second downfall is, especially if you were cleaning multiple tires with a tire wash station, down in the bottom, you're always going to get dirt that's down there. So as you're cleaning, say you're on your 3rd, your 4th set of tires, you're going to get a lot of dirt mixed in with the CowRC tire wash, and you're going to kind of cut out its effectiveness. After usually about 4 to 5 sets of tires for me, I'll notice that they're not coming out as clean as I would like them to be, and then have to empty out the tire wash station, clean the bottom out of it, and then put new tire wash in it. But I wanted to show this because I know it is a very common option with racers, and I'm going to use my diluted tire wash in this. And again, this is an entire bottle of the Move Clean tire wash just mixed in with water. So this is probably the least effective way to save on product. Again, because you're constantly having to clean out the bottom of it, get out all of that mud, versus using the reservoir brush or the tire brush where you're constantly just cleaning everything off of the tire. Counterproductive, time saver. Yep, that's the only real benefit to using the tire wash stations is, yes, you can go through a lot of them, but you really don't get the best clean possible. But I'll show you guys as soon as I find my drill. Oh. I got a lot of stuff everywhere in here right now. And then I'll show you one more way to dry everything off. Again, if I don't make a colossal mess. So again, this is with the diluted tire wash. Just quick and easy as that. And again, the downfall to a tire wash station, how much room it takes up. So move this out the way and hopefully I don't spill it everywhere. Set this guy down. So we can obviously dry them off with the microfiber towels. You can use a Jet Blaster Turbo while you're at the track. That's actually my preferred method. Here at home, actually I'm going to move my camera to show you guys this, and then hopefully put it back in the exact same location. up here on the wall, I have the CowRC Jet Vac, which is the vacuum and a blower all in one. Hey, it works, man. Sometimes simple is the best way to do it. So, again, if you guys got your speakers cranked up, you might want to turn them down just a little bit. But if I'm here at home cleaning a whole bunch of tires, the Jet Vac is what I go to, and pretty much the Jet Blaster just stays in all of my race stuff. That way I know that it's there, and going to the track with me versus here at the house, I know the Jet Vac is always going to be here. So fire it up. Again, there's your third way. Nice, clean, dry. Lastly, compared to the last dirty tire that I have, see how nice and clean everything comes out. And again, the third way that you can clean and dry your tires. Let's see. The Jet Vac is awesome. Hands down, one of my favorite CowRC products. And honestly, I never realized how much I actually would enjoy having a vacuum in my work area. Compared to just trying to blow everything off, you're moving stuff around, or having to pick everything up just to be put back in place. You can just grab the Jet Vac and the vacuum side of it, clean around everything that you need. It's incredibly handy. So let's see who else got it. Hey, like an compressor, great. So that's pretty much it on cleaning. Obviously, I've got one oddball that I'll clean later. But I know I'm kind of getting a little bit short on time here, but still doing pretty good. So the last thing, all right, so we've already mounted our tires. We've raced on them. We've cleaned them. We've dried them. Now we're down to the point, our tires are just worn out. And basically there's no tread left on them. There's very minimal tread left on them. Do we throw them in the trash? Well, you could, but you know what? Wheels are about $20 a set. So you can definitely repurpose these. And this is going to be my little tip for you guys. Maybe, you've been trying to save up for a Jet Blaster, for a Jet Vac, one of the nice big Carbon Series mats. If you repurpose your wheels, they're not cracked, broken, or the hexes are stripped out of them, you'll save a boatload of money. Because it's kind of like the end of the year for us for racing. I think over the last week I've saved about 5 sets of wheels just from worn out tires. So there's an easy $100 that you can keep stuck in your pocket. And I'll go over how I do this. Always up for awesome info. What's happening, Chad? Ooh, could do themed wrap on the Jet Vac. I kind of always hoped I could mount mine someplace to be able to showcase it more. So, put this off of here. So, this will be my freebie tip for you guys to help you guys save a boatload of money just in the expensive wheels. So once they're all worn, again, another reason why I like venting on the inside, 1, keeping the foams clean, 2, it makes it really easy to do what I'm about to do. So you take your tire, take your scissors, and just cut the old tires off. This is also a good time, once you do this, to check how well you've been gluing your tires. So cut that one side all the way out. And again, while I mentioned venting on the inside of the wheel, you can see just how clean these foams are. You get very, very little dirt and debris inside of them. Same thing, you can see just how clean the actual wheel is. And again, the bead that's left there is glued all the way around very nicely with the Ultra Cure. I was about to say Instacure CowRC glue. So the same thing. Take your scissors, punch a hole into the other side, and just snip all the way around to where this is what you're left with. You're left with just the wheel and the only glued rubber part. And then your old tires, do whatever you want with them. But throw them away. So let's clean up this a little bit. So if you remember me saying about the tip on the glue bottle, how you can drop it down in acetone and clean the glue off of the tip so you can keep reusing this over and over and over, because this tip is actually one of the best glue tips I've used. I've never had one of these pop off, which again, if you've ever had a glue tip pop off while you're gluing, you'll be introduced to a whole new level of anger and madness. So let's see. No, Jason, you're the man, sir. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Start bending on the inside. On outdoor track. Johnny, yeah, I mean, that's all our race is outdoor. I don't do any indoor racing. Every now and again, actually, I went to one race this year that was on an indoor track because it got rained out for the outdoor part. Adam, what are we crying about, buddy? You crying because I'm cutting up tires, or I'm trying to help people save some money? So once you get your tire cut off, you're down to this. Go pick yourself up just a cheap dollar store container. And again, if you go back to the pro tip blogs where Mike Panacchia talks about using the accelerant for the tire glue, using an airtight, like sealed kind of container to maximize that Instaset, you can use the same container. And what's in this container is just acetone. You can go to any kind of a hardware store, pick it up. You can actually use professional grade nail polish from a dollar store. If you're like me, I kind of live out in the sticks, and it's a whole lot closer to the dollar store than it is to a Walmart. So and this is pretty strong. I'm going to try not to whiff on it too much, but all that's in here is just a little bit of acetone. Again, you can clean your glue tips, for the tire glue in it, but once you let these tires sit, and like this tub, I can fit about 5 wheels in here. Let them sit like overnight. You come out to work the next day, go in the garage, you peel that rubber off that's left, you throw it away. You flip the wheel over, submerge it back down into the acetone. You come home from work, you peel the rest of that rubber off. And now, I'm going to dry this off. Oh, I see. Yeah, losing a glue tip. It's happened to me more than once, and it definitely ruins your day. So now you can take this container, move it out your way. So clean your extender nozzles for your glue tips from acetone, with acetone, or the same thing if you choose any of the optional extended tips that CowRC is offering now. Put them in acetone. It cleans all the glue off of them. Doesn't hurt the plastics, won't affect it. So now you guys just saw me pull that out of my tub of acetone that I've got over there in a sealed container. And now I've got a nice new wheel that, yes, I've ran it, but there's no cracks. There's no broken spots. The hexes aren't stripped out. So just a way for you guys to help save you some money. Again, maybe you've been looking to make a purchase through CowRC, or maybe you're looking at some of the new awesome maintenance packages, the bigger bundles. Great way right here. I mean, 20 bucks at a time. And I am the guy that is not afraid to go to big race time events and dig through trash cans for people that are throwing away tires that they don't like, but the wheels are still good. Definitely a great way to save some money. Save that money. Uh-oh. Let's see. My kid lost one. The table's to us. Yeah. Dude, Adam, I have so many shirts with glue right about here before I started using a tire jig. of just holding it against myself while I was gluing. And I've got a bunch of ruined shirts like that. Joseph, it kind of depends. The more tires that you do, obviously, the more that it gets saturated. But the biggest thing is, as long as the container is like airtight sealed as possible, I can pretty much leave it sit off to the side for a good month or better. It lasts a fair amount of time, and you can get like a big gallon from a hardware store. That's right, guys. Don't forget about the freaking Max giveaway, Operation 11 Charlie build. You guys can check out more info on that next Sunday with Adam and Tyler. Tickets are still available on the CowRC website. Let's see. Inside is the way to go. I used to do outside on the tread blocks, but inside's the way you want to do it, man. Everybody's helping out tonight. That's right. The countdown code has been running down here on the ticker. Last big sale for CowRC for the year. Not only get you a discount, but also get you some extra freebie goodies. That's right. Acetone, if you just leave it in an open air container, it just flashes off and it goes bye-bye. Johnny, it's pretty potent how some tire glue can be. Even like wiping it down with a microfiber rag, if you get a little bit extra, the rag will start smoking. So better for tire sauce too. Mark, my friend, thank you. So that's going to kind of wrap up the main part of everything that I had going on tonight. Hopefully it wasn't too awful rushed, but wanted to show you guys everything, you know, from first gluing up your tires to all the way back to repurposing them when they're all done. Johnny, the giveaway date on the Max, actually, let me pull this up. I'm not 100% sure. Adam or Tyler's on. They actually might know that better than me. But I'm going to pull this up here. February 2025. So that'll be the giveaway date for the Max charity build from Operation 11 Charlie. Again, you guys tune in next Sunday with Adam and Tyler as they continue to totally rework that X Max build. Some of that debonder. Joseph, no, I've never tried the debonder. I will do my best to see if I can find anybody that has, because usually for the most part, once my stuff's glued up, she's glued up, and it's not coming apart till it's worn out or a catastrophic failure happens. So let me double check my notes. That's about it, guys. I'll follow up and wrap this up with, again, don't forget, code countdown, last sale of the year from CowRC. Take advantage of that. Again, Operation 11 Charlie build, just $1 a ticket can get you a shot at a great Max, as well as going to a phenomenal cause. So that's it for me, guys. Anybody else has any questions? I'll take a second, try to answer them for you guys. We've all been there, man. We've all been there. So there we go. Dino's tried the debonder. Works, but takes a while and is safer on more surfaces. You get the glue off your finger. Okay, so the debonder will take it off your fingers when you get it on there. Okay, that's interesting, because at the beginning of the show, I had an issue, and there were people saying that it was working. So I'll definitely have to look back into that. And again, I'll apologize for anybody that wasn't able to see the show. Had a pretty blatant technical difficulty issue at the beginning. Money. So that's it, guys. Hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. You know, just a couple of days away till the big man makes his show. Hope everybody is safe if you're traveling out there. And see you guys in a couple of weeks. See y'all.